Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm just shooting a video. What? Just a YouTube video. I can't be here? There's nothing here. It's just for, no money, no nothing. What are you talking about? I need a permit to stand in an abandoned parking lot? There's like, it's an empty building. A YouTube video. Yeah. I'm just talking about cameras. Yeah, focus. Oh, really? What do you have? No, it's a Panasonic S5. No, the Mark II came out like 3 months after I bought this one. Yeah, that's what I was going to get, but it was too much money, man. No, I'm actually going to buy a second one of these, I think. You know, in the original, I'm not even going to get the one. Right. Nah. I mean, I don't really care about, I mean, I used the APS-C camera for a long time. But I'm not going to go to micro four things. It's like all different lenses. No, there's an old, yeah, it's a 50mm Minolta. Oh, you know about that? Oh yeah, Helios. Do you have it with you? Yo, why you giving me a hard time before? It's a Minolta Rokkor 50mm. It's f1.4, but I'm shooting it at f8 because I want to be able to see the building behind me. Yeah. Nah, it's just I don't really use autofocus all that much. Definitely easier, but well, I don't even think it's easier really, because you know about zone focusing. Like if you preset your focus, then you know how far away you want to focus all the time. You know, you could set a zone. You could have like 8 to 10 feet of leeway and you could have everything in focus, or you could shoot it like f11 or f16 and then pretty much everything is in focus, like, you know, 4 or 5 feet beyond you. And if you want to shoot closer, you can get a narrow depth of field. And I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. It's not really harder if you just learn how to use it. And besides, you know what? The thing that really bothers me about autofocus is like pulsing. No. Not focus breathing is different. No, focus breathing is when you set your focus and it almost looks like it's zooming in or out. You know, it like changes the frame. I'm talking about that pulsing where it's like the camera's just kind of searching, even if it's just slight. By the way, I'm recording this whole thing. You cool with that? All right. No, but I mean, it's just like unnatural. You know what I mean? Like the human eye doesn't, if your eyes are pulsing, you're probably going to the doctor because you probably think you have a brain aneurysm or something like that. Like the pulsing just, I mean, sometimes it looks kind of cool, to be honest. Like sometimes people use it creatively, but like generally, you know, if you're creating like I'm shooting a movie right now. What? Yeah, no, just myself. I wish. Yo, I've shot a movie on my phone, right? When I entered into all these festivals, they had these categories, and some of these categories were like $150,000, zero budget. It's considered a zero budget film. $500,000 is considered indie, like small budget. Yeah, I spent like $500. Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, the pulsing, it's just like if you're shooting, especially if you're shooting like close-ups and you have a really emotional moment or something like that, and even if the background is just pulsing, like even if it's keeping me in focus but the background is kind of pulsing, I can't deal with that. Like it just looks unprofessional to me. It just doesn't look right, you know? I mean, I guess if you're doing like a gimbal shot, No, I don't really. Wow, you see those birds? Yeah, I mean, if you're shooting like wide shots, I guess, but still, I could see it. You know what I mean? Like, I think people could see that, and I think it looks kind of weird. I mean, I'll use autofocus sometimes, but then I got to like really be meticulous editing, you know, like cut out any kind of pulsing that I see, and then sometimes you wind up with nothing left because there's going to be some pulsing. Like, I don't care if it's like the greatest autofocus in the history of the world, it's going to happen a little bit, you know. Sometimes something's going to come into the frame, especially if you're totally controlled, then it's cool. But if you're outside, you know, somewhere like this. No, I'm saying if you're out here like this, there's birds flying by, there's trucks, there's cars, there's things moving. I mean, it's going to mess up. I can't hang with that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yo, I'll be here for like 20 more minutes or something like that. All right, cool. Thank you. Rock Wilk. Yeah, go. All right, hold up. Let me give you my phone number and then I'll text you. All right, cool. All right. What's your number? All right, I'll text you. Okay. No, I appreciate it. No, check it out. No, you can see if you go to the channel, there's a link in the description of all the videos. You can find the video. And yo, stay in your browser. Like, if you go, it's on Vimeo. Do you know Vimeo? No, like, if you go to Vimeo, stay in your browser, because if you use the app, you only see the trailer. So you have to like buy the film. Yo, $3.99. You want me to give you $5 right now? You gotta, no, you gotta buy it in your browser, and then if you want to use the Vimeo app, I don't know if you have that, but no, you get it in your browser, then you have it, then you can watch it in the app or in your browser or whatever. No, it's ridiculous. I know, it's stupid. All right, cool. Yo, let me finish this so I can get out of here. I got stuff to do. All right, nice to meet you. I'm just talking about like in a story, like what I'm doing. For me personally, I want everything to be consistent. Yeah, but no, I want to control the focus. Like, I don't want to worry about, pulsing. Okay, I could see pulsing being used as a metaphor sometimes. Like, I think probably if I were to use focus, this is the only way I would use it. Pulsing is something that happens in our bodies, right? Like, your blood pressure creates pulsing in your body. You know, sometimes you get nervous, you get like a rush of adrenaline, you feel your heart pumping, you feel this pulsing. You know, sometimes you feel a pulsing in your head when you get frustrated, you get angry or something like that. You could feel it in your fingers, you could feel it in your feet. When you're running, you could feel pulsing in your chest. Like, pulsing could be good, but pulsing could be bad. So I could see it, but you know, then I kind of would like to control it. So I don't know if you can control autofocus in that way. You might be able to control manual focus in that way, but I don't think that would work. I guess you could somehow incorporate it maybe after the shot. I'm just saying, yo, you know what? It's cool for like interviews and stuff like that, and stuff that you have complete control over, and stuff where you know that you can take a bunch of takes and you could do a lot of edits and you could make sure that you get enough coverage and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's just too unpredictable. It's just me. I'm not saying I'm right, you know. I'm just saying, for me, I would rather have, I'm a control freak, what can I say? You know, I'd rather have control, and I don't really see the big deal, you know. Yeah. All right. But you know what? I'm going to do a test. You got to go? All right. I'm going to do a test. I'm going to put on autofocus and I'm going to put it on the video. So when you check out my video, check it out. You'll see what I did. I mean, it's not the greatest autofocus in the world on this camera, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good, so. All right, I'll test it. All right, yo. All right, let's see if the autofocus works. It is Sunday, November 26, 2006, at approximately 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a sun-filled, crisp day. No longer warm, but not quite freezing. There are beautiful autumn leaves, and they have finally fallen off the trees, and they're floating and carpeting the ground in reds and yellows and orange and brown and green, and that crunchy sound when you walk and you breathe, and it smells like fresh, like change, like something's about to happen. And there was a crowd of about 400 people gathered at the highest point in Fort Greene Park in Brooklyn, New York, the day after Sean Bell was killed by New York City police officers outside of a club in Queens. 35-year-old Alan Jamal Williams, about to perform for this crowd, is becoming increasingly agitated. That's from an old play. So, is there pulsing? Is autofocus working? I'm at 50 millimeters, I'm at f4. How does it work? What's up? Moving around the frame, moving back and forth. See, I can't control it. But let me compare that to setting a manual focus and see how it looks. How's it looking now? Now it's on manual focus, so I know if I'm in focus, I'm staying in focus. Gentrification. The restoration of rundown urban areas by the middle class, resulting in the displacement of low-income residents. In other words, a whole bunch of white people with some money coming in and moving a whole bunch of black folks out of the neighborhood who have lived and worked in that neighborhood with their families for generations without any regard to where those black families are going to go. First they get the people out, then they suck the culture out the neighborhood, but not all of it. I mean, just enough to keep the new white people feeling like they're kind of cool and hip, like there's some kind of pioneers. You ever heard that word, Jamal? Pioneer? Huh? How about colonist, settler, developer, pilgrim, squatter, immigrant? How'd it look? Am I staying in focus? Can even move around a little bit because I'm in f4. But I know that I'm in focus, so yeah. Manual focus, I like it better. I don't care about autofocus. I don't need it. I don't care. Okay, so the moral of the story for me is autofocus is awesome. Obviously, it doesn't work well on this camera, and we all know that it's better on Sony and Canon. But my point is that even with Sony and Canon, because I've owned a Sony camera, it still pulses, it's still inconsistent, it's still unpredictable depending upon what's coming in and out of the frame. So I think for circumstances that are completely controlled, if you're in a studio, if you're on a set, and you have control over everything, you're not outdoors, then autofocus is fine, if that's what you're into. But I mean, I think pretty much for any narrative or a documentary type film, manual focus is what you have to do if you want to get a consistent project. You know, if you want to create a product that really looks professional, and you can't blame like the environment or whatever happens, along the way on destroying your film, you have to use manual focus. And so I would say embrace it, enjoy it, it's fun, it's cool. If you're a control freak, it's awesome. And that's all I got to say for today. So hope you enjoyed this crazy little video. It's kind of bright out here, so I hope it doesn't look messed up. Tried to keep my exposure cool, but I'm just kind of running and gunning. I got a lot of stuff to do today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with me and my testing, because also what I'm doing is testing for my film, distances from the camera, stuff like that, framing, trying to figure out what looks best. So thank you for that as well. You're a part of it. And have a beautiful day. See you soon.